Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel where we will be discussing and reacting to the financial ups and downs going on in our economy, where we will also be talking about personal finance here and there, and where I will be dropping financial gems that I think we all can benefit from. So, if that is something that you like, please be sure to like and subscribe, comment down below so that I can also hear your perspectives as well. In today's video, guys, we will be discussing the digital ID and how could this potentially affect our money and our livelihood in this economy today. Also, be sure to stay tuned for my thoughts at the end.
The police will be on their best behavior because we're constantly recording, watching and recording everything that's going on. Citizens will be on their best behavior because we're constantly recording and reporting everything that's going on.
When you come to government and what government's doing, there are artificial intelligence tools, and some of them I know that Oracle have developed around financial management for government. But also, tell us a bit about what, because you're right at the forefront of this revolution, what it means for what government should do in terms of its digital infrastructure, digital ID, data centers, and so on.
How do you take advantage of these incredible AI models? And the first thing a country needs to do is to unify all of their data so it can be consumed and used by the AI model. You have to take all of your healthcare data, your diagnostic data, your electronic health records, your genomic data. And in the Middle East, in the UAE, for example, they're incredibly rich in data. They have a lot of population data. The NHS in the UK has an incredible amount of population data, but it's fragmented. It's not easily accessible by these AI models. We have to take all of this data we have in our country and move it into a single, if you will, unified data platform. So we provide context. When we want to ask a question, we've provided that AI model with all the data they need to understand our country. So that's the big step. That's kind of the missing link. We need to unify all of the national data, put it into a database where it's easily consumable by the AI model, and then ask whatever question you like.
So you're really, through the use of this, you're revolutionizing the way government works, right? The services it provides, the way that it operates. What about things like financial management, procurement? How can AI help a government operate more efficiently, more effectively, give a more direct and better service to the citizen?
Well, we have these modern financial systems. So, countries can, and all. For example, the AI system will help you do that. But again, the secret is to get all of that data in one place. Without having the basic data, it cannot answer the question about your country.
Hey guys, Rantman here. I'm going to talk about digital ID and I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. So please listen, this is important. I understand it. It's not a fucking driver's license like people keep saying. It's not. It's different. Digital ID is completely different. Okay, I'm going to read you this. Please listen. Digital ID is the architecture of the global reset. Once digital ID is fully activated, the freedoms that once existed will be erased. Every purchase, every login, every interstate trip, overseas trip, etc., will be tied to a centralised identity framework where compliance is monitored in real time. Great, right? Loving it so far? They will brand it as progress, of course, or under 16 social media ban. They will make it a convenience for you. But in truth, it is a scaffolding of surveillance designed to regulate and control us, the people. That is what it is. Now, let me tell you, it's not a driver's license. Now, with digital ID, the reason why it's not a driver's license, digital ID can be accessed by multiple organisations. Your information can be accessed by so many different places. Would you like to hear some of them? Currently, digital ID is operating on MyGov, Centrelink, Medicare, child support, passports, visas, immigration checks, Medicare, student loans, social housing applications. Now, of the next ones I'm going to rattle off, I don't know who does it yet. I'm not 100% sure, but this is where we're headed. The banks will want your digital ID. The telcos will want your digital ID. Google, any internet providers, they're going to want your digital ID as well. Your insurance. Let me tell you something about insurance. I did hear a guy talking this morning about insurance. So I wonder if they're going to make out a digital ID so you want to wear a heart monitor. Could you imagine that? So you're a bit of a stress head when you're driving home from work or whatever, and this comes up because the insurance company, the life insurance company, wants you to wear a heart rate monitor to make sure you're not a risk for them. But they notice that on your way home from work in your car, you get quite stressed and your heart rate rises. So we better let the people know that you do your car insurance through, that you're a very stressy driver, so we can put your premiums up. Yeah? Or your health's not that great, you're getting a lot of stress. I can see through your heart rate monitor that we now monitor through your digital ID, because that's the only way you can get the thing going. So we're going to put your life insurance up. Don't fucking laugh, guys. Don't laugh. This shit can go on. Okay. So, electricity companies, gas companies, might need digital ID for tenancy checks. Real estates will love it. Airlines, of course, they're going to want your digital ID. Ride shares, Ubers, all that sort of stuff. You'll need your digital ID for that too. Don't think you're paying for that shit in cash. Obviously, and this wouldn't be a bad thing, age-restricted platforms, but gambling, alcohol and porn. Obviously, we do need to do something about monitoring who's on that shit, because I don't want my kids on it. Okay, employment platforms will probably use it. Afterpays, all those sorts of things, where you get a bit of coin and you say, I'll pay for this later. Yep, Afterpay will probably want your digital ID. And this is great because someone knows everything you're spending your money on, right? eBay, Airbnb, Uber Eats. You want to order in some Maccas? Not that you should, but you want to order in some Maccas in an Uber? Government's going to know about that too. All right? So your info will be everywhere. Now, this goes to a mainframe. So at any time, the government can access. They will know everything you do. They will know everything you do. Now, I know that there's the old story, well, if you're not doing anything wrong, well, I'm sorry, I don't want the government to know every fucking thing I do. I don't want them to know if my heart rate goes up when I take a shit. All right? I don't fucking need them to know when I want to go and fucking pull money out of the bank, because it's all linked into one big database that anyone can look at. I don't need them to know when I want to fucking pay an Uber driver to give me a ride somewhere. I don't want them to know when I fart. I don't fucking want them to know everything about me. And the thing is here, do you think the government are going to be held to the same level of scrutiny? Of course not. Social media is a big one. So I get on here as Rant Man. I choose not to use my full real name. And I should be able to do that. There's many people on these social media platforms who simply don't want to share their identity. Now, this is not because I'm gutless. This is just simply because I don't want to fucking blast my name out to the world. I don't want to share my personal information. I can share a view without having to tell you what my fucking underpants size are. All right? I don't fucking feel I have to share every facet of my life just to get on fucking social media. So these platforms, this platform, this digital ID platform, will be spread across the absolute gamut of anyone who wants to jump on board, so the government can see what you do and everyone can see what you do. It is very open to corruption, guys. So if you get hacked, your information, how can you guarantee when your information's been shared by so many different places that you're not going to get hacked? For fuck's sake, come on. We know that's not the case. We know how many data breaches there's been in the recent years. Fuck me, it happens all the time. So what are we going to do about that? Well, we'll give everyone a digital ID so they can get fucking hacked too. So what do? They hack into your digital ID. Does that give them a backdoor into your bank accounts too? Or anything that you have, your Centrelink, your MyGov, whatever. Does that give them a backdoor into the good hackers? Because they've got your digital ID now and everything it's linked to. Let's go and have a little look. Guys, digital ID, as I said, please don't fucking get on here and say it's just like a driver's license. And look, I get it if you're using it already. That's up to you. But just be aware of the information you're giving over. And whilst you might go, I just use it on MyGov, well, it's not going to stay that way. When the government, if the government, like England, brings out a compulsory digital ID, then they'll make all the little things that they monitor you on compulsory too that are attached to that digital ID. They'll start saying banks. Get them on there. Social media companies, Google, all of them, YouTube, TikTok. They're going to say, hey, you need to link these people to the digital ID. So we're linked every fucking where. Every time we move, every time we breathe, every time we speak. Oh, that's this fucking guy. Yeah, we got him covered. We got all his information. Oh, this guy was talking about going and doing a march. Fuck, I got you now, buddy. We know exactly who you are. This guy has an opinion. No, passe l'opinion. I get, if you're going to sit on here, I'm sidetracking now, and call someone a pedo or whatever, you can't do that. But that's not a reason for a digital ID, because some people get a bit overzealous and over the top and say the wrong thing. Because most of us are on here just speaking fact and opinion. I do understand when you start calling people things that they're not. That's not okay. But that's not what this digital ID is about. It is about controlling us, yes. And part of it is about, yes, controlling us on social media. Because I know a lot of people just flat out, including me, will refuse to get digital ID. I will go off all social media. And that's a win for the government, isn't it? That's what they want. They want us off. Get off, you buggers, to keep fucking talking about what we're doing wrong, because we don't want the world to know what we're doing wrong. That's what a current affairs for on fucking Sunday night, because they've got it covered. We want to control all your information. It gets fed to you, of course. And we want to stop the information that you're feeding to other people, because that's not okay. And we can monitor that all beautifully with a digital ID. Okay, guys? Many platforms with your information that know exactly what you're doing. It's not a fucking driver's license.
UK citizens will soon be forced to have digital IDs. Otherwise, they will not be able to work. They won't be able to fly. They won't be able to take trains. Pretty much, they won't be able to do anything without digital IDs.
And that is why today I am announcing this government will make a new free of charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. It's as simple as that. Because decent, pragmatic, fair-minded people, they want us to tackle the issues that they see around them. And of course, the truth is, we won't solve our problems if we don't also take on the root causes, looking upstream to tackle poverty, conflict.
Guys, in all actuality, they want to make you slaves. They want to control your every move. They want to know everything you're doing, and they want to make it where you absolutely need them. It's slavery. Don't fall for it. Don't come into a place of agreement with it. It's coming. But have no fear, brothers and sisters. Just get closer to God.
The digital ID wallet is being introduced towards the end of the year, and you're going to carry things like your driving license as your ID. Now, that might seem like a great product for everyone and, you know, nice and easy because you got it all on your phone in your wallet. But think about this. Social scoring, fraud prevention, crime prevention, save the NHS, all of that. At the moment, you have to produce ID when you go into a supermarket if you're underage and you're buying prohibited substance, product, alcohol, cigarettes, whatever, age restricted, right? But think about this. When the whole system kicks in, and it's only later this year that the digital wallet is going to come out and the driving license is going to be the first document that is going to go in there because that's your ID. Think about this. Social scoring is coming. Not only that, but then next, the pressure on the NHS. So let's just say you're overweight. You've heard this one. You're overweight and you want to buy something with sugar in it, or you're diabetic or whatever. They don't want you being a burden on the NHS. And now you go into a store, you show them your digital ID that is now connected up with everything else, and it says that you shouldn't be buying that. So you will be restricted from buying food in the supermarket very soon. And I don't disbelieve it. I heard some conspiracy theories around it, and I thought, no. But now you put the logic together under the disguise of the criminal, the fraud, and the help the NHS that they broke intentionally, so that you think that you're going to be supporting it by not allowing somebody to purchase something because it's not right for them one way or the other, or their bank account doesn't reflect the money that's being spent, or they're spending too much. All of those control measures are going to impact you. And if you think I'm right, stick something in the comments below, guys, because it just gets smellier and smellier, doesn't it?
Get this. Labour explaining what happens if you just don't want a digital ID card.
UK citizens will have to have one. Well, the plan is that we're going to roll this out by the end of
No, my
Parliament.
question is, what if I don't? What if I've got my job, so I don't need to show this to anyone? So what if I just don't do it?
So if you don't have one, then you'll have a problem if you want to get a new job.
No, I'm saying I'm not doing that. So I'm not seeking a job. So why should I get the digital ID card? Why do I do it?
Well,
Is there some fine for not doing it? Is there an incentive to do it? I'm just thinking I've got no reason to do it.
Yeah, look, this isn't a heavy-handed approach. We're not planning to go around finding people. But what we are going to do is make sure that everybody's got one. In the same way, Charlie, as you've got a national insurance number, if you're a citizen of this country, we'll make sure that everybody has a digital ID.
So help me with this. I know we're plotting through this, but so everyone watching who's got a job has got a national insurance number. So when these digital ID cards exist, if I just go to my employer and show them my national insurance number, is that not sufficient? Are they being precluded from employing me?
It won't be sufficient. I just want to be really clear about that.
So they can't.
Labour's new message to the British people: no digital ID card, no job. It's a new world where you don't just need skills, you don't just need the right attitude or experience. No, you need an app. Forget your CV, forget your interview. If your barcode don't scan, you're out. What happened to human touch? You go for an interview, you succeed. You hand over your ID card, yet the system fails. Computer says no. Labour reassures us it's all for our own good. Labour's big brother won't just be watching you. He's hiring you and firing you. Just make sure your phone don't run out of battery. Otherwise, it's congratulations, you're unemployed.
These are all compliance tests. With the recent news that just came out over there in the UK regarding the mandate of this digital ID, if you want to work, if you want to rent, if you want to own, if anything, you want to be a citizen over there, you got to have digital ID. A lot of people are like, yo, this is going to come over to America, which obviously, yes, it is. These are compliance tests. You have a lot of folks out here expressing their opinion. They're like, look, I'm not doing that. You can't get me to do that. And that all sounds great. That all sounds nifty. But let me ask you a question. How many people complied in 2020? I'll give you some time to answer that. Listen, I say this because it's true. It gets real when you can't put food on the table. It gets real when you can't pay your bills. It gets really real when you can't handle business. That's what this is all boiling down to. Ultimately, guys, this is why the Bible says no man will be able to buy or sell. It's not as simple as just going to a grocery store or selling off like a garage sale. No, it's work. It's business. It's providing. It's taking care of the ones you love. It's keeping a roof over the ones that you love's head. It's keeping clothes on your back. It gets real bad, and it will push people into caveman ages if they do not comply with the mandates and the implementation. I only say this so that it could wake some of us up to the reality of the situation. Let's make preparations. Let's be ready to adapt to any given situation. Remember, guys, they need us in scarcity. They need you in scarcity. They need you dependent. So think on that. I'm not trying to scare you, but I want you to be aware of the tactics that are at play here. The Bible says to be wise as a serpent, but harmless as a dove. We got to use wisdom. They're using wisdom, and that's how they're able to run things behind the scenes. we got to be smart as well and tap into the mind of God so that he can take care of us and provide for us. This reminds me of Joseph when he advised the Pharaoh that you should prepare for this famine by doing X, Y, and Z. So let us look at it through that same lens and be ready for this digital ID to come over here in the United States. God bless you.
Yes, guys. So our UK brothers and sisters have a lot to think about right now in these times. There are people who are for this digital ID. You have some that says it's just convenient and easy, and then you have others who say that this is just not going to work. You know, they have real issues with the potential privacy concerns and breaches that this might have. So drop your comments down below, guys. What do you think? Do you guys think that this is something that will roll out across all nations and become something global? Or do you guys think that this is something that we just shouldn't even worry about? I'd love to hear your perspectives. But this is the end of the video, guys, and I will see you in my next one. Mwah.